Hello guys, so today I want to be sharing about my mom's visa that was rejected and approved again. So I'm sharing this because some persons who knew when we applied for the visa, the rejection story and then the approval, they've reached out to me numerous times to ask me what did we do differently that made them to approve the visa the second time, and I've had to explain and explain and explain. So I'm just going to try to run through it in this video, hoping that it's going to be of use to one or two persons. So let's just get into the video proper. Welcome back to my channel. If you've not followed me, please do so on Facebook, subscribe to my channel on YouTube, and please help me share this video and as well drop a like. So last year, November, I think we applied for a visa for my mom, a visiting visa, a visitor's visa to the UK for my mom. And we did it by ourselves because my husband has applied for visa himself, and he also helped me in applying for my own dependent visa when I was coming over to the UK. So we had to do it by ourselves. But we aren't too informed about some things because we didn't think it was going to matter. First of all, after we applied for the visa, after 3 weeks, we got a mail from the embassy saying that our visa was not approved. It was really, really heartbreaking because it came out December. I was pregnant. I was to give birth the next month, which was January. So I was really devastated. So I just had to start making contacts to find out what to do better, and so I could reapply again. So when the letter came from the embassy, it contained some reasons why the visa was rejected. One of the reasons they said was that what we stated did not reflect her financial circumstances, and some persons who have reached out to me about visa rejection, who have sent me the letter, they've used this statement severally as well. Now, let me just explain. So, when my mom came to the UK, we had to sponsor everything. We sponsored everything, the travel, accommodation, and everything. So, when filling the form, you get to a place where they ask you who is sponsoring the trip, who is sponsoring your stay in the UK. So, when we are filling the form, we filled the fact that we will be sponsoring the stay. You put a certain amount based on what we are earning, and then based on the length of stay she's going to be staying in the UK. So we said she was going to be staying for almost 2 months. So this was what we did the first and the second time. Now I think the place where they had issue was um, when they asked her how much she was earning annually, her salary, which is her salary, and then does she have any other source of income? Does she rent accommodation? Well, like where she's living in Nigeria, is she renting it, or questions like that? When you're filling the form, you're going to see these questions. This was the places where the issues came from. So first of all, they talked about the renting. Now we said her annual salary was so and so as an annual salary. We submitted her statement to back this up, and it's very important because when we applied and they rejected it, when we are reapplying, when we asked some questions, some person said you didn't need to add what do you call it, add her statement, account statement, bank statement if you're the one sponsoring everything. But recently someone reached out to me that this was the reason why they rejected her mom's visa. They said you were sponsoring, so they didn't add any statement. So they rejected it, saying that there was no proof that she was going to travel back to Nigeria after her stay. So I think it's very important to add if you're bringing your mom or your dad, you add their financial statement. But if they are not working, then you say they are not employed. So the person that reached out to me, the problem was she reached out to me, her mom, she put that her mom is a businesswoman, and then she didn't put any bank statement to support it. So if you don't want to put a bank statement, you're going to be saying something like maybe she's not working, or I don't know, but this was the reason why they rejected her own. So back to my own story. So first of all, they said that we said that my mom rents house, but in her bank statement there was nothing like that. It was not showing, it was not reflected in her financial statements. And I think the problem with this was because my mom is not the one that pays the rent. So from the statements we sent in, there was nothing indicative of any transaction that has to do with rent from the statements we sent in. So I'm going to make you understand how we solved all of this when we're applying for it again, when we're applying for the visa. Also, they stated the fact that there was a huge amount of money that entered into her account a few months before, I think like a month before the travel. So they felt like that money was put in there solely because of the travel. Also, they stated the fact that after calculating the credits and the debits on her statements, they felt like it wasn't correlating because when you're filling the form, they will ask you for monthly expenses and all of that. So when you put monthly expenses, they will ask you for when you're filling the form, what's your annual salary? From that way, they will deduce what your monthly salary is. So they will ask you if there's any other source of income, if you have any other source of income. So in the first time we were filling the form, we just stated the fact that her salary was this every month, and she spends so and so money every month, and they still stated the fact that she rents her accommodation she rents. So it was not correlating based on the amount we say she was earning every month. It was looking like how was she going to be earning this every month with no other source of income, and yet she's paying rent, she has one dependent. and you still say she spends a certain amount of money every month. So it wasn't just correlating. So this was part of the issues that were raised, um, why they rejected it. So another thing that was raised was the address. They wanted us to verify the address. The bank statement, one of the banks in Nigeria that my mom banked with, did not put my mom's house address. Instead, they put the bank address, which was, I mean, that was so petty of them because she was using this thing for embassy purpose. Maybe because we did not state that, but I felt like every bank should know that bank statements could be used as a proof of address. So they just put their own address. They did not put my mom's address, and the embassy thought the address that the bank put was my mom's address. The way they put it was just looking so shabby. So that was another reason. As I proceed in this video, if I remember any other reason, I'm going to try to correct it. I'm just going to go ahead to talk about how we address some of these issues. So the second time when we are reapplying, because we applied like a week, less than 2 weeks after we got that letter, because we already booked flight tickets, hoping that they were going to approve it. So we already booked flight tickets. So basically, when we are reapplying, what we did was we made use of a cover letter to explain a whole lot, explained details of credits and the debits in that particular those statements that we submitted. We explained each and every one of them, where this money was coming from, why it was coming, where it was going to, why that huge sum of money entered the account. In fact, we went to the people that sent the money, they wrote a letter and we attached it when we were submitting, and we explained in the cover letter that we've explained that this is the reason why we have so and so money in her account, and we attached a letter to prove this. Also, we explained the fact that when we said she was renting, it was a mistake because she's married legally to my dad. My dad is the one who is paying the rent. So I just explained very well, succinctly, that she and my dad are married and they live together. So my dad is the one that is taking care of the rent. While filling the form the second time, I also didn't put that she rented the accommodation. I just put others because you will see you rent it and other options, and then you see others. So I just put others and I explained it. So when you put others, they will give you a blank column to explain. So I explained it, and I also explained it in the cover letter. So I think basically this was the reason why the visa was rejected, and these were the things that we did to increase our chances of getting it the second time. And after 3 weeks, in fact, within 3 weeks, the visa came out. This time they didn't send us any mail that it has been approved. They just sent us a mail that your visa has been sent down, your passport has been sent down to you, and you're going to be receiving it in so and so days. So that was how we knew that it has been approved. So basically that was it. So I hope you got one or more information from this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook. Don't forget to like my video and share it with as many that you think this video will be beneficial to. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye.